Bosnia is back, and they are bringing Deen, Dalal, and Anna. In case you are wondering, this is the same Deen of In the Disco Campery fame from 2004. He finished 9th with 91 points for what many consider a train wreck of a song, but it had some hot staging and a lot of flesh. You guys, what do you make of their comeback?
I think we're about to witness the campus thing south of Alcazar. Deen, most of us know, if you didn't know, go onto YouTube now, type in his 2004 song. It's him being like, he's all disco-y, his hair is gelled up in the really 90s style, or not 90s, naughty. And it's just really, really camp, something that Alcazar would kind of go, no, too camp for us. And he's kind of continued with that cheesy, poppy style since then. I looked up some of the songs. He's added some of them randomly. He's added an R&B theme to it, which doesn't really sit well with his style of music. Then the two ladies, Dalal, on a quick look, you'd think, oh, she's going to do a classy bop and ballad. How's she fitting in with Deen? But her newest song is called Bom Bom, and, and it's
just a name.
It's not quite what you would call camp, but it is very poppy, and you would not mistake it for a bop and ballad. Then Anna is the violinist. You're kind of thinking, oh, she's going to be something like Mimuna, who was with Belarus this year, just doing nothing. No. Some of her songs are like, she has Storm and Destiny, and they're all very kind of classical, you would think. But on her YouTube channel, she has a cover of What a Feeling from Flashdance, and she's there on the thing. But then she starts singing, and she's more auto-tuned than Cher on Believe. And the three of them, if Anna does her What a Feeling, if Dalal does her Bom Bom, and Deen does his disco, it's going to be one hot mess, I think.
That was one of the things I was wondering about this trio of musicians, artists, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know which the result will be to mix Deen with all these 90s, as you said, not noticed looks in the disco. Dalal as, I would say, a pop ballad singer, but her latest song is more like, what are you going? Where are you going towards, lady? And that Anna, this cello player or violin player, and I don't know what will come up out of this. So I'm kind of curious, but I'm also kind of scared. And for the overall feeling, I think it's great news to see Bosnia Herzgovina back after, 3 years of absence.
I'm just gonna say, as meta train wreck. I mean, this song is he's a disco singer who tries to do some EDM, some whatever that's it. Dalal is like a normal singer, and Anna is a cello player. It's how are you going to merge all this into 3 minutes? I mean, it gets out of my head. I mean, I really don't know how they will manage to do it. I'm so happy that Bosnia is back, but we'll have to wait until the song, because for the moment, it's not looking good.
I have got to reference Belarus 2015, as Mamuna taught us, throwing in some strings does not make a song better. It cannot elevate staging. One of our fellow bloggers, Ed, has said that songs with cellos tend to be his least favorite, and it's probably because people tend to force them in. I think Estonia 2009 was great, but they were an urban symphony. That was what they were built around, whereas here they're just throwing the cello into the disco. And I'm sorry, the last time I was at the disco, there weren't no cellos on the ground, there weren't no cellos on the floor, people weren't listening to that. Dalal, Porg makes a good point. When you listen to some of her catalog, it's oh, she's serious. She might elevate this and balance Deen's frivolity, but I'm not so convinced after hearing some of those covers. She did a good cover of Always on My Mind, the 80s song. She made it less disco and more Balkany and deep and dramatic, but Deen's not gonna let her get away with that at Eurovision. And I don't think a duet is gonna, they're not gonna do a romantic duet, because Deen is it just wouldn't be believable if Deen and Dalal were having some romantic "I love you" moment. It's gonna have to be fun and upbeat to play to Deen's strengths.
And especially, they're not going to be like, I love you, and then what? Is Anna going to come in the middle of them and be like, no, you love me?
A song about polyamorous relationships.